What's good, Cheeeeehooooo family? Welcome to another vlog. Something a bit different today. What we want to do is show you guys how much we love Bali. There's a lot of our subscribers that have asked us a lot of questions and who are off to Bali this year for the first time because of our vlogs. And you know what, guys, you guys are going to love it. But what we want to show you is just a simple few things that we want you guys to be aware of if it's your first time going to Bali. Alright, so this segment is called What Not to Do in Bali. Welcome to the beautiful island of Bali. As you guys know, the Cheeeeehooooo family love to visit Bali. We are there almost every month. This is the land of the gods and beautiful food and beautiful people full of culture. Hope you enjoy this. These are a few things that would like to help you guys on your trip on what not to do in Bali. Miss B and I would like to show you that there is a beautiful side of Bali, from the cocktails to the massages to the beautiful service that they provide. But we also want to show you guys the importance of being safe. Alright guys, welcome to our series. Hope you guys are having a good day. And you know what? If you're going to Bali, if you're not going to Bali, these are a few things that we have come up with that we think is important before you go to Bali on what not to do. So I think the most important thing is to remember that you are in another country. There is different laws, different traditions, but most of all, different cultures. So you have to respect the culture that they have there. Now, the first thing that we want to talk about is guys, it's your first time there. I've done this. I'm guilty of this. You know, the drinks are cheap. The dollar is good. The alcohol is good. And it is so dirt cheap that doesn't matter how drunk you are, you can find it everywhere. First thing, as I said, what we want to talk about is being careful with what you drink. Not overindulging, I'm talking about, because I can overindulge on alcohol and stuff, but I still feel fine the next day. What we're talking about, a lot of places to party. You know, a lot of places to go and have a look and just make sure that you're going to be okay. There's so many clubs around that just want you to have fun. There's DJs around, there's a lot of nightclubs. Just pricing on beer, which I want to press a little bit more, it's basically starting from our $2. And you know, it can go anywhere up to about $14. I think I've paid for a cocktail. But with the cocktails, you have to be careful because there has been deaths that have happened because of the alcohol can be very potent and gets mixed up with other spirits and other chemicals to make the alcohol more. Arak is a special drink in their culture. Just like our cultures, we have the ava, we have the kava, they have the arak. Now arak is made out of coconut that's fermented and also fermented through bamboo. So just showing you a little bit how they make it. They start off with the bamboo, hollow it through, and you know, as you can see, they do everything by hand. These traditions have been going on for a very, very long time. They only dig a little hole in there just so they can get the bamboo through. Now, you will see that they're adding the coke into the juice, which is the juice that they have from the coconut, mixing it together, and now they're gonna start the fermenting part of this arak. You have to remember, this is part of their culture. A lot of this arak is up to 50% pure alcohol. So not only if they don't mix it with the other chemicals, it can get you overdosed on alcohol. I know that sounds silly, but that's pure alcohol. Yeah guys, so be very careful.
At Bali's International Hospital, A 20-year-old's been rushed to emergency by his mates after he collapsed outside a bar.
Newcastle, Sydney.
His mates think he's a victim of methanol poisoning.
Is he drunk Arak?
Yes.
Jake, his girlfriend Amy and his best mate Joe arrived in Bali earlier in the day, and they were soon hitting the local spirit, Arak.
Now a tip that I have is always drink out of a bottle. Do not take drugs in Bali. Now, the many times that we've been to Bali, and if you're first time, it's going to be a bit overwhelming because all these people are like, you want this, you want this, you want this. Now, for a male, I get offered drugs every single time. Disclaimer, don't take drugs, seriously. Get offered from Viagra, to marijuana, to cocaine, to pills, to absolutely everything. And there is a fatality if you get the wrong drug.
What you doing? Me talking to you, you talking to me.
It is life in jail or even death if you get caught with drugs.
My name is Matthew Norman, and I'm a prisoner here in Krobokan prison in Bali.
Arrested in a Bali hotel room in 2005, at 18, he was the youngest member of the infamous drug trafficking group, the Bali Nine.
And we got a typical Indonesian squatting toilet.
Guys, that's a serious note. That's not even anything to play with. What if you're going on a holiday, right? It's like you're flying over, going on holiday, then you accept the drug and you have a really good time, and then you still have drugs with you, and then you get caught. You're stuck in Indonesia for the rest of your life. So, the land of gods. The culture in Bali is so strong, and their religion is so strong. It is a place where they have plenty of gods, plenty of statues around, as you can see when you're in Bali, and they worship and they praise their lords and their gods every single day. One thing, if you go to Bali for the first time, you see these little bamboo pockets that you will see, probably about that big, everywhere you go. Yes, you'll see statues everywhere, but everywhere you go, in the front of their shops, in front of their houses, on the streets, on the beaches, in front of the bars, in front of the nightclubs, you see them everywhere, and they're called Kanang Sari. Kanang Sari is their little offerings to their gods. One thing that we do recommend is these people love their culture, so respect their culture, respect the people, and respect their land, and just step over it. Don't get confused with the zero. One thing a lot of my family members have done in the last 5 years that I've sent them over is try to teach them the money before they go. So the money, there's plenty of zeros. And it gets very, very confusing. So for instance, if they say 50,000, that may be a lot of money to us in the Western world, but really, it's only $5. $5, y'all. Just also remember, there are plenty of scammers out there. You will see a lot of signs that say authorized money changers. Go to those ones. There's also a lot of ATMs, but the problem with that is every bank charges different fees. So here's a little bit of currency that I found that might help you for your first time in Bali. First time in Bali, do not ride motorbikes on your own. Please, I urge you, do not jump on a bike by yourself. To this day, I still drive with someone, and you know what? It's so easy. It only costs you like $2 to $5 to go somewhere with someone that knows the roads and streets. Now, for instance, the roads are 1 lane and 2 lane, but they form it into 10 lanes, guys. True story, true story. There's like bike lane here, car there, bike. You know what? And there's hardly any accidents that happen over there because they know how to work their roads. And the safety for them is beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. It's beeping their horn, yo. So if you hear a lot of beeping and stuff like that, don't get that. That's the way it is over there. Don't book because it's cheap. Simple, guys. It's if it's your first time going there, look for someone like a vlogger or someone that's been to Bali as often like us to get reviews. There are so many people on YouTube. Just put Bali trip and you can see there will be a whole folder like ours. I'll show you up the link here, that we've been this every single month because we have business there. So we know how it works. We know what's on budget. We know where people can stay for the first time. If you've been there a little bit longer, then we'll show you somewhere different where you can save some money. But also, don't forget to check reviews. So if, for instance, you come across this hotel, Duvis Hotel in Bali, right? And it's like $10 a night. And you're thinking, wow, that's cool. You go through the pictures, go scan through the pictures, and the pictures look cool. But when you arrive, it can actually look totally different. That's actually happened to us. So one of the hotels that we do business with, we actually wanted to book with them again on the 3rd time we've been there in that hotel in Dakota. On booking.com, there was actually another hotel in a different destination taking their pictures, their photos, their reviews, everything like that. Now, you don't want to turn up and your faluila or your toilet is in the shower. Same as this guy. Don't forget, always check the reviews. There is TripAdvisor, there is booking.com, there is Trivago, there's AirAsia, there's Google. There's Google, guys. Just Google it and don't settle because it's cheap. If you want accommodation, it's your first time, guys, don't be shy. Here's our Facebook and here's our Instagram. Ding. Follow us, inbox us, ask any questions. Like we have had a good experience, we want you to have the same experience as well. All right, guys. Chee-hoo! Don't settle for the first price in Bali. Tip for the day, yo. Now, if you walk around Bali in the morning or late at night and you're thinking of doing some shopping, this is what they're gonna say. In the morning, they will say, it's morning price, special price for you, or it's closing price, closing special, or raining special. They say things like that. But even though they do, don't take the first price and it's your first time there as the only price, because they will get offended if you don't barter. Barter is a system that they use in Indonesia, and you know, it's used a lot on the shops on the outside. There are a lot of shopping centers and stuff that you can't barter in, but they're already set price. Now, if you want to get your barter on, yo, we do have a video of that where Brenna does do a barter. You know what? Don't get aggressive. Don't get angry. Do not ever settle the first price, yeah? So always barter down to what you want to do. So if they say 50 million, you always come back with a lower price and meet them in the middle. There are shopping centers, go and visit them. There is Matahari. There is also down at Kuta Square where there are a lot of shops and branded shops. Go and visit them, guys. But if you want to get your barter on, there are plenty of markets situated all over Kuta, all over Bali. You know, there's the local markets too. Try the local markets because the food there is absolutely amazing and cheap as well. It's a local pricing. But also what we've done as well is gone and shopped at local markets, and for instance, Nike shoes that we got for 50 bucks at Kuta Square, we got for $20. So you've just got to try different places and ask different people. But I also recommend, as I said before, ask us questions down below. Comment down below on this video if you are going to Bali for the first time. There are some of a few things that we think that are important when you're going for the first time on what not to do. There are so many videos out there on what to do and what to visit. These are some of the things that we think that you need to take into point and to make sure you don't end up in in jail, y'all. And you know what? Have fun in Bali, but also don't forget to respect the culture, respect their religion, and respect the law. Cheeeeehooooo! There's 3 things we'd like you to do. That is to like, subscribe, and share. Cheers!